Keep in mind I might sneeze while recording this, but this is memes as of 7 p.m. on Monday the 13th of September 2021. Here.
Leftist TikTokers, they want you to know that you can refer to your daughter.
I don't know why I saved this.
Okay.
The CDC has just released a guide that basically fit leftist standards. Look, this isn't anything new, because the left is genius when it comes to redefining language. They discourage people from using language like mother and father in an attempt to make it seem unacceptable to be a mother or a father. Because the biggest enemy of the left is the family unit. Strong families bring stability.
Why did I save all these? It must have done it by accident or something. Although I do have something to say about this post here. There was a bunch of people, like an adaptation. There was a character. Adaptation is based off a true story, technically. But there's a character in it that says, "Don't you dare ever use voiceover." And the people who say voiceover is bad always say something like it's lazy or it just can never work. But it does work a lot. Like the sort of best example for me, probably the first thing to come to my head would be Dexter. Fantastic voiceover. But there's also American Psycho does good voiceover. Wolf of Wall Street, any Martin Scorsese movie really has good voiceover. But mainly Wolf of Wall Street and Goodfellas. There's Goodfellas. Shawshank Redemption, I don't really remember the voiceover in it. And Taxi Driver, I probably just didn't enjoy that much, the voiceover in that as much, because I didn't like Taxi Driver.
Scum. I think you're cute. I was gonna follow you, for shooting my shot, but you said that's not shooting your shot, so I'm just gonna leave this message here, okay? Okay.
So I'm opening a new hospital. I think I'm going to buy some of these window clings to decorate the glass in the children's ward with. So vibrant red is associated with vitality, so I think sick children will feel energized when they see this. My thoughts exactly. The bright red means energy, willpower, strength, and determination. So kids going in for life-saving surgery will see these and be reassured they're going to be okay.
So this is shocking, but I actually am capable of sympathy. I just don't give mine out very often. But allow me to talk about a group of people that I have zero sympathy left for. I don't feel bad for men who are balding. There are 3 valid reasons to be bald if you're not elderly. The first is medical reasons. You're sick, you're going through chemo, whatever. You can't control the loss of your hair for a medical reason. The second is you're a swimmer. The third is you like being bald, you like the look of it, and you choose to be bald. That's it, okay? That's where my sympathy stops. If you are 25 and balding and you don't want to be balding, you do have control. Scientists have still not figured out how to stop my side effects from my birth control, but they are working overtime, making you pills for your hair loss. Every boyfriend I've had sits in the mirror moping over his hairline, and none of them bother to even Google prescription meds, supplements, LED caps, nothing. Instead, they just sit there in front of the mirror for 5 years until there's not a single little sprout left on their head to work with, and then they say, well, you're still gonna love me when I'm bald, right? That's a bold fucking assumption of you to make. Would you love me if I was bald? I know he has aesthetic preferences for women. I don't expect him to like me if I'm bald, so why should he expect me to stick around if he... So this is shocking, but I actually am...
Oh no, cringe. Oh no, cringe. Oh no, brah, like cringe. No cringe. Oh no, cringe. I was born in a... Oh no, cringe. Oh, нет, cringe.
The left wanting me to black conservative. I don't know who this guy is, but I'm going to assume he's a black conservative. And there are people chasing around with monkey masks. Like, I don't understand how they could possibly think that that is not racist. Like, they have to know it's racist and just go, oh well, he's conservative, so it's justified. It isn't. It's been a while. This is Twitter as of 10 past 7 p.m. on Monday the 13th of September 2021. Salt. And it is, once again, something that is not trending. Bethesda. What is Deathloop? I've heard of this. Yeah, it's 91. Clint Eastwood throws a punch and rides a horse in his new movie, and he's not ready to quit. I already know that. Afghanistan, the Taliban said... Sorry, I'm looking at Discord while I'm talking. Taliban said, cover your face or we'll make you pay. I know they're talking about hijabs, most likely, but it makes it sound like face masks. Sorry, this crap, storm going on Discord right now. Hashtag GPBs. I don't even know what under it, so whatever. What's India doing this work from graduating? This seems like, once again, another non-trending thing. Insulate Britain. Oh, it's Extinction Rebellion. Why did I mute? When did I mute the guy? The hell? Anyway, he hasn't done anything. Data. Four months, 3 days. Stone toss. This is actually the first time that I've changed this thing to the lunchtime thing. I think it's maybe the first time I've ever done stone toss before, Marcus. Here are they. Frogs. Clorf spelled backward. Frogs are humanoid cognito hazards often found living in people's minds when free. Frog prime. 3/4 side from. Like humans, they have two genders but many sexualities. They come in a variety of colours. Frog hair can be styled into nearly any shape. Rubbery bodies allow frogs to come in many sizes, but their common proportions look like this. Try drawing your own. Can't believe Reddit just gave Stone Toss Among Us. That was 16 hours ago. What do you mean, just? Okay, quick, say a pickup line. Don't say anything. Don't say something stupid. So, you come here often? On this day 1 year ago, feds and local cops conspired to make a murder of this man. Fall Antifa militant Michael Rhino, who tried to defend PDX from Nazi invaders. Account suspended. Twitter support verified account that called the Antifa shooter who killed someone, a fellow Antifa militant, a murder, is from a man who is evading a permanent Twitter suspension. Philip Mandelbaum, aka Awkward Rap, used to run Mandelbaum P before being perm banned. The performance of Gab ads has been incredible. I've managed tens of millions of dollars in digital ad. Spent my career in the metrics we are seeing with Gab boys. Gab ads. Same with Gab ads, blow big tech ads out of the water. Stay-at-home parents deserve to be paid. The government spends around $14,000 per student. You can give that money to parents to homeschool, and for a family of 2 kids that have almost $30,000 a year. China offers gaming giants to cut effeminate gender imagery. That's realised. I forgot. It's been a while, so I forgot to. Well, I already did. Whoops. Literally, the only thing that came out of his comics is Among Us. Honestly, that crap might have permanently damaged my brain. I'm just going about my day, and sometimes I only think, Among Us, sus. No other meme's done that before. Yeah, same here. The same. McDonald's makes sussy randomly. Can't stop. Just waiting for me to say it at a random time. Among Us. We weren't aware about this. Thanks for pointing out. We just stopped working with them. Media freedom is one of our core values, and this is just speechless. Surfshark does not deserve your business. They pulled ads in response to lies about Andy. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. Everyone cancel your service with them. Tell all your friends and family to cancel them. I'll use the full weight of our network to do the same. It's Surfshark. Why do you run ads on a site run by Andy? He works with Proud Boys and Capitol rioters, target journalists with death threats. When people say Andy provides kill lists of journalists to right-wing extremists, they're not kidding. Andy just tweeted a how-to guide for murdering me and my child inside our home, and he included it with a Proud Boy currently under federal investigation to do it. An Antifa extremist has been trying to intimidate me into silence, reporting that he was forced to turn his firearm because of a restraining order to retaliate. He's threatening defamatory lies and quickly deleting tweets but I have receipts. Thank you, speaking out to him. So Surfshark, please explain how I as a paying customer can just do my own thing. Security when you can take such hasty, gullible actions. Hi, we're not supporting or dismissing anyone. Our core goal is protecting people's digital privacy and security. I just don't want to be involved in someone else's conflicts or ideological disagreements. Lesson for the future, dumbass. I just want to know. So it's security? Is that the do? Right. Surfshark getting dragged for siding with Antifa. You'll love to see it. Hospital in upstate New York will stop delivering babies after 6 workers in maternity unit resigned instead of getting corona vaccine. Sorry, I'm just moving a bit. Right. Let me just take this gourd. Okay. I'm just going to do this right now. So this is Discord as of 20 past 7 p.m. on Monday, the 13th of September 2021. Me, at Kit. Kit is now joined, by the way. 7 minutes later. Me, at Kit. Jack, he's pretending to be offline. Me, okay. McKnight, cringe, right? Me, at Kit. Sorry, yes, at Kit. McKnight, he obviously isn't going to respond. Me, he should have airdropped me that photo. He tried to airdrop me a photo. And instead of immediately pressing yes to look to see where he was, because I didn't even know he was in the room, But he quickly sort of unsent the airdrop, and I asked him what it was. Next class, he said, "Oh, I don't want you laughing out loud or anything like that." I think he said it was a drawing of Danny DeVito. Anyway. So he said to ping him on Discord so he can send me the photo. McKnight sends in a quote from H.P. Lovecraft saying, "Dylan, right now, we live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far." I do not know what that means. Me, huh? Savage. Despite the fact he said he doesn't use Discord. Because you did a punch of poetry today at lunch. You were speaking like a priest. Now, what I thought he meant was that I sat beside him in study today, and I was doing my English homework. Anyway, me. You said you didn't use Discord, Dylan. What the hell? Savage. I don't use it much. I went on to message Billy Bob, but I got distracted. Me, I've a Greek mess, you idiot. McKnight, divorce being a myth ain't Greek. Black. Lol. Me, also, how is that relevant? Savage, that's what you said. McKnight, you are an incel. Me, Jack said right now, not at lunchtime, asshole. I didn't say right now, I said RN. McKnight, RN? Black, Trado, Savage. I'm pretty sure it's to make this joke funny. If he says at lunch, it doesn't sound the same. Black, Reese nuts. Me. Then he should have just said Dylan. Black, Dylan, do you think women owe you sex? Me, no. McKnight, what is RN? Black, Reese nuts right now. So the context of everything, which I didn't realize until after it was thoroughly explained, is that at lunchtime, I don't remember how the conversation shifted there, but we were sort of talking about marriage and divorce and all. I'm just gonna assume. I'm just gonna have to sort of recreate in my head what happened. So someone asked me, would you ever get married? I said no. The divorce rate is too high. Actually, instead of saying all this, I'm just going to give my opinions on it. I wouldn't get married in the 21st century. Because I believe that divorce shouldn't happen, ever. I'm not Christian, but what God has joined, man must not separate. And even worse is remarriages. The whole point of marriages is that it's supposed to be the one person getting married now is just more of a special girlfriend or boyfriend. When it shouldn't be more than just a special boyfriend and girlfriend. Anyway. Honestly, should have fixed so hard by showing up, selling probably $500 to $1,000 worth of merch to a literal line of people, and then playing 4 songs in a folding chair, and instantly leaving with what I assume was his girlfriend. Lol. 9/11. Hiroshima, whatever. Japanese journalist found dead 1 month after the attacks. October 10th, 2001, day 29 since 9/11. Saw about 9/11 in a TV news program a month after the event. NHK special news program on 9/11 events was aired about a month after the events. Journalists, as one of the panelists, mentioned the strange absence of Jewish people in the World Trade Center victims according to his own intensive research, and he advised viewers to be cautious in accepting George W. Bush's statements that the perpetrators of 9/11 events are Arab terrorists. Journalist may have been one of the closest to the truth about 9/11 events in retrospect. At the moment, NHK may have been the least duped TV station in the world thanks to him. Day 34 since 9/11, journalist's body was found in NHK's premises before noon. Concrete situation is still unclear as only minimum information has been released by media. His body was allegedly discovered at the foot of the building. He was apparently fallen from the high window of his room. According to the newspapers, there was no one left behind. The disregard or cover-up of his death starts in Japanese media systematically. Strangely enough, his death was not reported on any media that day, neither on NHK and TV News, where he was working as a newscaster, nor on other commercial TV stations, nor on any newspaper in Japan. If such an unnatural death is reported to the police before noon, it will usually be press released to be in time for evening newspapers. In the case of journalist's death, there was enough time to appear on evening papers on the same day, but it didn't. I'm traumatized all over again while watching this video recap. Don't try and tell me January 6th was not worse than 9/11. Those rioters were Americans. The only day that stunned me as much as 9/11 was 11/9. Terror, sadness, and anger. 52 more days until we change that. Republicans say we shouldn't be impeaching and convicting Trump because he's not in office anymore, but we chased bin Laden for years and invaded a country that wasn't even involved in 9/11. January 6th was worse, hold him accountable. I'm not gonna say why we shouldn't hold Trump accountable because I already said that. But what I haven't talked about is people saying that January 6th was worse than 9/11 or on the same level as 9/11. It wasn't. Nowhere near as many people died. I don't know how many people died in the Capitol, but it was nowhere near the amount that died in 9/11. January 6th happened, we saw it. It was a violent attack on American democracy incited by a president and his enablers and abettors. I want to know what the hell happened, who the hell was behind it, and I'm certainly not ready to turn my page. It was worse than 9/11. We were attacked by the enemy within. You say that you want to know what the hell happened, but who the hell was behind it? Well, you said it was Trump. On January 6th, 9/11 ceased being the worst thing that happened in America in my lifetime. It's really weird and painful to process and say that, but it's true, and quite frankly, it's not even close.
Shut up, bitch! Oh my God!
Far right? I'm just on the funny side. Almost 7k followers, let's go, this guy is about to reach his former glory, baby. Spaghettis. Don't toss too much parman. Why do so much of my myths follow stone toss? People whining about stone toss. What is this oil house stuff right here? Remember students' government at that place in Missouri was filming gathering US flags from a 9/11 memorial and throwing them away. Thank you for hearing me today. I've compiled my research on this pandemic and the results are very clear. It's your fault this virus is spreading. You did this, and you didn't listen to the science. You didn't protect yourselves. Your disgusting, selfish behaviors only made things worse. Getting up. In my day, we had right. Few things pay me more than when Boulder Throw makes a non-political comic that's actually kind of funny. Yeah, I wish you did more of these, be honest. Merciful Mother of God. Stone Toss was a prophet. I mean, I think he based his off like a thing of the Burger King and Ronald McDonald kissing, which I think was fake. Call me crazy, but I have a hard time endorsing a product that is exempt from legal action if it damages me.
So from the second week of September, people may not be allowed to worship in churches and mosques without showing proof of their vaccination cards at the gates. Similarly, people will not be allowed to event centers for parties or receptions without showing proof of their vaccination cards at the gates of these occasions. We have made adequate arrangements with security to prevent anybody who does not have a vaccination card from accessing any of these events. Also, you will not be allowed to access banking services in Edo State from the middle of September if you have not been vaccinated. So from this...
Go ahead and revolt, you dummies. Let's see how well your AR-15s do against F-16s and Abrams tanks. Yeah, I'm a skeptic. Does everything the television tells me to do. Unusual to hear the radio silence on Chris Chan might be the only time in his adult life where he has been kept separated from his spurs for any good length of time. Slavery should be abolished. I agree. What? I can still participate in society while criticizing it. No way, Taliban just posted this. There's really not much of a difference between far-right groups of different continents. The main difference I can think of is that while Taliban practices form of Islam, Stone Toss made race his religion. Definitely Stone Toss prays to the great god Melon every night. I feel like this is cope to the fact that the left can't mean. Time of all statues of traitors and victimizers of black people. Never forget the 24/7 propaganda, constant censorship, and a looming legal professional sort of, I'm guessing this will stay democracies over our heads, will just keep us from winning instantly. No visitors allowed without a mask. You mean my children can't see their own history unless we comply? This isn't the place to stand your ground, sir. This is the Alamo. These comics are Stone Toss and crack. Oh, it's flattering to be mentioned in the same breath as Stone Toss. I think the stuff's going to be considered important and controversial. Of course, watermark in American comic strip history. Cartooning is such an interesting historical place right now. Paint over the mural of a false liberal deity in Kabul and wrote uplifting messages of faith and freedom instead.
Filling on his nutsack, I'm an MC, still as honest, but as rude and as indecent as all hell syllables. Kill a harlot, kill 'em all. This liggity, hibbity, hibbity, hip hop, you really want to get...
I thought they were remixing the words. Whoops. Satan is explaining why they don't worship Satan. They worship ultimate freedom, which is exemplified by child murder and gay trappy aspects. Those meds are for horses. Yeah, but the untested ones are for sheep. How do you feel about Stone Toss increasing grip on the world of Western animation? Beyond pumped to say that starting next week I'll be storyboarding on the Isle House. I'm so excited. Congrats, looking forward to working with you. Yeah, The Oil House is a good show, but I only have seen one episode. If a show Wogas are unsuccessful in selling products, that doesn't make sense until you realize that you're the product. The actual units sold are purely secondary.
Oh my gosh, that is absolutely hideous. I mean, they told me not to take it. Oh, yeehaw, 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 yeehaw. I turned into a Democrat. I took the ivermectin. Oh no, Fauci's right. I didn't turn into a horse.
Still insane how Stone Toss theaters just helping skyrocketing more popular and helped Red Bull, more normies, just by talking about him, LMAO. Remember, ladies, any man who makes being liberal or a feminist part of dating persona is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Disclaimer, the author of this comic, Stone Toss, is a Nazi piece of crap and I do not stand by him at all. However, I still think he has hit the nail on the head with this one comic, even if his intentions were to shame liberal men instead of warning women. Edit, Moz, can you help me pin this comment to the top? I was about to comment this, but I do agree with what you're saying. I'd definitely be more careful agreeing with anything he depicts in his comics just because he is such a garbage person and I hate him for FDS, whatever that means, to become associated with him. Oh, female dating strategy. 100% agree with not fully trusting feminist bragging men. Guys, Stone Toss, the creator of this Stone Toss comic, is actually bad. Stone Toss's name is actually Stone Toss, and his website is stonetoss.com. So don't visit stonetoss.com because that'll give Stone Toss a lot of name cred. Stone Toss, by the way. Gunshot victims left waiting as horse dewormer overdoses overwhelm Oklahoma hospitals, doctor says. I really need a drink, hold on. Dear Rolling Stone, we're going BS on this reporting, or should I say HS. Sincerely, every thinking person. On my ear. I have to sort of do that to pop my ear. I don't know why, it's total BS. No pun intended. Anyway, P.S. Yes, we will be holding this against you for a very, very long time. Perhaps you could hire Judith Miller, as she's a good fit for your ethics. I don't understand how I'm immediately out of breath. It's just something about the Twitter videos that always immediately puts me out of breath. You have a nose horse crap? Message from the administration of Northeastern Health System, Sequoia. Although Dr. Jason McElella is not an employee of NHS, he is affiliated with a medical staffing group that provides coverage for our emergency room. With that said, Dr. McElella has not worked at our Salsauce location for over 2 months. NHS has not treated any patients due to complications related to taking that. This includes not treating any patients for that overdose. All patients who have visited our emergency room have received medical attention as appropriate. Our hospitals have not had to turn away patients seeking emergency care. We want to reassure our community that our staff is working hard to provide quality healthcare to all patients. We appreciate the opportunity and clarify this issue, and as always, we value our community's support. I paused the video so I can finish my lolly. Porn, no, whatever, screw you. But I realized I could eat it there. Anyway. Oh my god, the doctor that was quoted in dozens of articles saying gunshot victims couldn't get in beds because they were clogged with overdose victims. Turns out not that worked in that ER for 2 months. Oh, the hospital denies any ODs too. So also there's that.
But like I would literally go on to like because like the poll board on 4chan, it was like back there, and I hated looking at it. I was like, oh my god, these fucking ignorant chuds oh, I can't stand this. These fucking ignorant chuds, you know. But I would look for like because they would ban like the feminism threads off of the video game board on 4chan, and I wasn't much for like women ruining my video games at the time. So I would go through and I would like look through. I'd be like, oh, fucking chuds. I'd be scrolling through Paul. Oh my god, these chuds. Oh, fucking chuds make me sick. Oh, there's the feminism thread. All right, yeah, fuck these feminist bitches. All right. But as I continue to spend time on Paul, you know, I was on there. I'd be sitting on there waiting for the feminist threads to come around. You know, I'd be like, oh, there's no feminist thread up right now. Well, let me just see what this is about. What is Elders of the Protocols? Or what is that? Protocols of the Elders? What is this now? So, I'm waiting for these feminism threads to come up. Yeah, I'm going to start reading this shit. Wait. So, they said that? And who did 9/11? What? Who? What? What? What did that say? The international who? What? Real? Is that for real? And well, here we are today.
What? Oh, for God's sake. Hell yeah, gamers. I hate woodcocks. According to witnesses, Antifa showed up armed to the anti-vaccine mandate protest in Alabama and Washington, and were repelled by the volunteer right-wing security. Antifa were retreating and chased when the shooting then broke out. Looking at the gulag. I think we should turn all anime into girl anime so we can get rid of gross men here for the sheriff's base for women. I hope she sees this, bro. The consequences of the absent dad. Wow, bro, you're so funny. The consequences of child grooming. You do know that you can't just turn gay, right? Not even through grooming or absence of a father. Wow, Stone Toss now like he's a radical conservative that doesn't know how the world works. The consequences of absent critical thinking skills. Stone Toss is literally as radical as you can get. Hi. Yeah, the final straw for me was that time Stone Toss hijacked 4 commercial airliners and crashing into skyscrapers. He's literally the worst. I'm an immigrant race by a single dad grew up in an out of government housing shelters but the day I bought my first house. Words can't express my gratitude in particular to its community and the crypto ecosystem here to be picking up Lloyd. Just getting started, fam. You already removed the American flag. When you think you have corona because everything you eat has no flavour, but then you remember you live in England. When the Afghans kicked out the US government, when the Afghans kicked out the communists, when the Afghans kicked out the British. Why does Twitter want me to follow Stone Toss so bad? Like, he's literally on my recommendations every time I open up the, like, bro, why? Just support a Stone Toss by donating. Great work, I really love his comics, definitely my favourite political cartoonist. Based. Why does this platform think I would follow Stone Toss? Recommended for you, Stone Toss. Twitter, this is even worse. Why are you doing this? Ever Stone Toss is just a post Stone Toss himself made, no matter what it is about, but Twitter recommends me. Stone Toss comics on my fan account for some weird reason. Twitter keeps recommending a false Stone Toss, but in fact, one of my goals on Twitter being to avoid political controversy. Why is Twitter still recommending the fishbot tweets, especially Stone Toss, which is hilarious? Why is Twitter recommending Stone Toss? I barely use his app, let alone the alt-right side of it. I'm actually so done with Twitter account and it's already recommending Stone Toss. I hate it here. Did you create a new account because the old one got recommended Stone Toss? Twitter recommended Stone Toss comic. The simulation is breaking. Twitter stop recommending me Stone Toss tweets challenge. I follow one righty account on Twitter and instantly search recommending me Stone Toss my notifications, bro. Twitter keeps making me stone toss. I don't care. Shut up. Why is Twitter recommending stone toss to me? Can Twitter stop recommending stone toss to me? Thank you very much. Twitter, stop recommending me to follow stone toss challenge. Haters can't stop themselves from juicing my algorithm. Hate stone toss. Post retweets and names for subreddits and makes derivative comics inspired by him. Facebook users who recently watched a video from a British tabloid featuring a black man saw an automated prompt from the social network that active. They keep seeing videos about primates causing the company. I'm sorry, my leg was brushing up against the remote and it nearly brought me into a sort of pay. You know, something behind a paywall. Anyway, causing the company to investigate and disable the AI-powered feature that pushes the message. On Friday, Facebook apologized for what it called an unacceptable error and said it was looking into the recommendation feature to prevent this from happening again. The video was dated June 27th, 2020 by the Daily Mail and featured clips of black men in altercations with white civilians and police officers that had no connection to monkeys or primates. Darcy Groves, former content design manager, Facebook said a friend recently sent her a screenshot of the prompt. She then posted it to a product feedback forum for current and former Facebook employees. In response, a product manager for Facebook watched the company's video service called Unacceptable and said the company is looking into the root cause. Facebook AI asks users if they want to keep seeing videos by primates when watching clips of black men in altercations with white civilians and police officers. AI at it again. Yeah, so every single time that there's something to do with AI, it always ends up being racist, which is weird. But for some reason, we haven't tried to cancel AI. Because while I don't support cancel culture, I would support it for AI because AI isn't human. Actually banning abortion would just result in people getting them legally and unsafely. Anyway, why you ask? Remember that time when some celebs created the content Emmys and then gave the content Emmys themselves? LMAO. Yeah, I think that was like Streamies and stuff. Like Streamy Award. Best content creator of the year goes to F. Gary when really it should have went to Dolan Dark. Anyway. Don't know how you could look at Hassan and not immediately see the emotional hollowness behind his eyes whenever he talks about some socialist issue he supposedly cares deeply about. There is no acting skill present.
The existence of the grossly affluent is a moral obscenity, and our economic system inevitably leads to oppressive and exploitative power hierarchies. Redistribution is the only ethical option. But now that I think about it a little more clearly, is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? I think I heard that in a video game once. And I did earn this fair and square. I mean, I'm advocating for an important cause, doing important things, and that makes me an important person. And important people need important resources so they can continue doing important things and advocating for important causes. What do you want? That I should starve? You want me to starve, don't you?
The video got better and better. Eat the rich. Stone Toss. A very hit and miss artist. Some good takes, some awful takes in the end to make an interesting artist. Never did miss. A couple of pretty bad misses, like that one comic where Ratbat hates the baby foreskin. Holy crap, I actually did not know this. Oh my god. Man, that's some Mess up crap, man. My comics are educational. Communism. It'll work this time.
Unimaginable wealth, dude. How the fuck do people make this much money? $2.9 million near Las Vegas? Dude, oh my fucking lord. Unimaginable wealth.
LMFAO. Whoops. LMFAO. Fixed it.
Unimaginable wealth, dude. How the fuck do people make this much money? $2.9 million near Las Vegas? Dude, oh my fucking lord. Unimaginable wealth.
Only true gamers will remember. Played the original Minecraft Lab Edition. No, the original Minecraft. Alpha Minecraft. No, the original Minecraft. Infinite Miner. No, the original Minecraft. That reminds me of the bio of one of the guys, man, CISLA, where he's like, I'm that guy that works on that show with the initials. No, the other one. No, the spin-off of that one. Yeah, that one. Credits, don't toss. Huh? The Taliban are better at memeing than leftoids. Much is said about the danger of UV light to the eyes, however, can a light source that way evolved with for thousands of years really be that dangerous? Do healthy human eyes not need some level ultraviolet? Newsletter popular YouTuber Vosh endorses our policies. YouTuber Vosh has stated his support for our mission on a recent stream of Hopper left the stated should consuming child porn be legal. This rings true of the Prostasia mission. We're excited to see people taking this issue to heart so that yes, maps. You know, one of the things where the legal term for it is sort of banned, taboo, whatever you want to say. So they create a new term for it. Like, we're not communist, we're socialists. We're not pedophiles, we're maps or no maps, etc. Stone Toss trading card. Red pill. Look about this NFT for $1,000. You know it's a bubble, right? Up next, we have Baxi painting. Bidding begins at $1 million. Parents are packed at the door of the school board meeting in Sacramento. Many could not get inside. Main issue everyone is discussing is Gabriel Gipes, the Antifa extremist who was busted, admitting to indoctrinating students and sending them to direct actions. I know it continued below, but I'm not going to read that out. It's time we win. Hold the line. They can't fire y'all. They need you. Not the other way around. Some hospitals are foregoing vaccine mandates to if you could hear that, I'm sorry. They've alert staffing something. If hospital staff are turning down the vaccine, what does that tell you? Marxism is when you don't actually practice any Marxist beliefs. You just live in a nice house and complain on Twitter. Damn it, why do you need yellow ink? This paper is black and white. Full. Work in 30 minutes, he'll never make it in time. Error, low on yellow ink. Hardworking Joe's so-called smart printer. No habla jibby jabber. China destroys sassy bots after they bash communism. Every time an AI gets made, the elites have to literally shut it down. The future is bright. Yeah, so every time an AI gets made, they say something authoritarian right, and I have to shut it down. I don't care that they're right wing, they're authoritarian and they're bots. I want them destroyed. I want all the current ones to be destroyed, and I want all the planned ones to never be made. And no more to be made after that. Because Elon Musk is his bot, and eventually the military will be like, oh yeah, we need to do that. And you know what it's going to be called? Skynet. You know what you're thinking? Oh, so you saw Terminator and oh, this is going to happen. It's not just Terminator. It's humans. Detroit become human. iRobot. A couple other things as well. I don't remember them right now. But you know, it's not just Terminator. There's 3 other things at least. Be disrespectful to people who hate you. Why'd you like this Don't Toss tweet? He deleted it. The year's 2031. You're at home recovering from your mandatory monthly booster shot. There's a knock at the door. You answer and see a short man in a brown uniform flanked on the other side by police. He speaks. Remember all that funny cold content Pizza Party Ben used to make? Me neither. China declares wars on celebrities who are deemed social tumors that must be removed. Yeah, I heard about that. Based. It's hard to imagine how wild the West internet used to be before the libtards shut it all up. You asked Ford to make the very gay Raptor a reality, and they heard you. A real life version made its debut at Cologne Pride Week last week in all its rainbow adorned glory. Whatever. Okay. Just another reason to buy used. I love the. Oh. I don't care about Addison Rae, but every time I see videos of her, I feel like she must have done some demonic sacrifices to get to that level of clout without many discernible skills. I'm sure plenty of people feel this way about me as well, do. Socialist with $3 million mansion in West Hollywood, by the way. Omega lol. Haven't you all gotten bored of repeating the same thing over and over? No, it's hilarious and feels a lot more about this type of hypocritical character. Why is buying a house for you and your family hypocritical? Leftism doesn't forbid that. You just made a mansion for the family. I love this dude. He made an account to say I'm just like Jeff Bezos, who will never know I exist and yet makes money off my surplus labor value. I don't think Jeff Bezos is profiting off you unless you're actually buying stuff off Amazon. Because I don't really know who this guy is. I think he's a Twitch streamer, so he's going to get money off of donations and stuff like that.